Setting my first beaver sets for the year. This is the lodge. Found the air hole right there. It's got new stuff sticking out. We got a ton of overflow. But I mean, you see the lodge is literally right here, and it's 5 or 6 feet away. Underneath me is probably 15 feet deep. I think the ice is probably 30 inches right now. I'll find out in a minute. But if you're looking for feed piles and you got that much branches sticking up, that's not the best place to stick your auger. Grab one of those branches and your auger goes crazy. So I'm trying to figure out where all the branches stop and where the lodge starts, and that's where I want to put a set. We got a ton of snow this year. Last year this pond didn't hardly have any snow on it, and right now it's, I don't know, 24 inches, and we just warmed up a little bit. That's why it is not as thicker, or it's not 3 feet, 3.5 feet. I warmed up and we got all this overflow. I'll come back when I make the set. All right, got my holes drilled. I went out there, got me some old logs, got me some twigs there, and you can tell there's twigs all in the ice, branches. Don't know if you can see it or not, but if you look down there, there's what you see is in the ice. There's no food down there for them, so that's good for me. That means the only food they have left in this area is all in the ice. So 9 times out of 10, this is going to be a rocking hot set, and I'll have one whenever I come back. I'm gonna do 3 snares on this pole. I'll show it whenever I'm done, but found out last year that's the easiest way to do it. That's the quickest way to do it, and it really works. It's effective. So that's where I'm at. There's the lodge again, and there's my hole. It's probably 7 to 10 feet deep right there. All right, just for you that don't know and are curious, that one's too big. I got my pole sticking in the water. I stuck it down in the ground, inside the hole, all the way to the bottom till it set where I wanted it to set. And then I marked the bottom of the ice. I took my spade right there and I found the bottom of the ice, and then I pulled my pole up and I took that distance. The water line was right here somewhere, and I measured down. Water line's right there somewhere, and I measured down, and that is the bottom of the ice. So you take your snares. I got mine on 10-inch loops, but that one right there is huge. That's an older snare. I'm not sure if it's a wolf snare or what, but you take your wire, you bend it around the pole. Right now it's just hand tight, but you get your swivels where you want them, right? And you get it sitting the way you want it. And then you take your pliers and you just wrench down on that right there and get it as tight as you can get it. And then your swivels won't move. So you can put it in the hole without really worrying about whether or not your snares are gonna move. And then once you get that, you come back and you put your bait on it. So I'll show you that in a minute. All right, I got my twigs on there. And as you can tell, I took my saw and just ran the teeth across it. Open up some of that wood so they can smell it and see it. It's both visual and they can smell it in the water. Shortened up this snare. All I did was just pulled the cable out. Shortened it up, shortened the loop up. I like a 10-inch loop, 9 to 10 inch. Now I'm gonna get my safety cable. I'm gonna run it through the swivels, run it up the pole and tie it up there. And then I'm gonna tie my cross pole so that if for some reason it breaks under the water, or if they chew it off, then I'll still be able to get my snares and if there's anything in it. All right, I got my anchor cable. And all I did, they're my 6-foot cables that I use to hold all my traps to trees or whatever. Ran it through the eyelets, looped it around, And the reason I'm showing is because whenever I drop this in the water, all you're going to see is that cable sticking up. And that's the next step. So you'll see how I tie it off, and that'll be my beaver set. All right. So I just doubled that cable over and I ran my log through it. So if it breaks off, I still got this one out here above the ice. But once this freezes up tonight, they're definitely not going to be able to pull that through there regardless, and they won't be able to come up. If you look closely, see if I can get this. You can see my snares under the ice. You want them straight up and down as best you can. The one over there is hitting a twig on the side, so it's not quite straight up and down, but it's as close as I can get it. And then the other two are straight up and down. The other two are pretty awesome. So there you have it. Now I got 3 auger holes, 6-inch auger I think. 3 auger holes. If you can center that thing up in the middle, it's best, but sometimes you can't. That way it's got enough room to slide each snare down whenever you're putting it in the water. And if it cools slow enough, whenever you come back, you can look through the ice and you got enough room to see if there's something down there. So you can actually see before you start digging. And if you need to, you know, if the beaver's frozen in the ice and you need to auger out more holes, then you know that. So, but if you don't make it big enough to begin with, then you'll never know. You got to know which way it's going, which way it's laying, you know. But I'm pretty confident in that set right there. I'm pretty sure it'll catch something. They'll be over here before long. There you have it, beaver set. 2 days in the hole. I put it Monday evening. Today is Thursday evening. Just broke the ice. I know there's something in there because we saw that the snares are moved. And now I just hope the hole's big enough. Oh yeah. Now you gotta get it off the ice before it freezes. That's a 2-year-old beaver. Snare's a little large because it got around his shoulders instead of his head. But nonetheless, let's see. There may be another one because this got pulled, or it could have been from him. But that's it. That's all about that set. That's how it works. You can stop it.